Please go subscribe to the Rumble channel for Franchise Sports TV under the name FSTV22. Now, I'm using that Rumble channel for any purposes of me getting kicked off YouTube and also for more of my spicier joints. It's free as well. I have the freedom to say whatever I want to say as well. So go subscribe to FSTV22. That is Franchise Sports TV 22 on Rumble. Alright, everyone, gather around. It's time to teach a lesson right quick. Because Captain got to teach some things. So, this goes back to a video that I did probably about a week or 2 weeks ago about the competition Larry Bird had at the small forward position. The competition that LeBron James had at the small forward position. And Larry Bird's competition really does not, I should say the other room. LeBron James' competition at small forward really doesn't compare to the deep collection of small forwards that Larry Bird had to go against during his heyday in the NBA. So I had this nincompoop trying to tell me that, he's not that deep. He's not that deep. So to prove him wrong and also to teach him an NBA history lesson, I will go through most, if not only, most of them, a good chunk of them, all the small forwards that Larry Bird had to deal with in his time in the NBA. And since I'm so petty, I'm going to start with the most notable ones. James Worthy of the Los Angeles Lakers. 3-time NBA champion, Finals MVP, 7-time All-Star, part of the 50th and 75th anniversary teams. He averaged 17.6 points, 5.1 rebounds, and 3.0 assists. He's a Hall of Famer and also a college Hall of Famer. And he won at North Carolina. Shall go on. Bernard King, very, very big time scorer during the 80s. 4-time All-Star, NBA scoring champion, NBA first teams, Hall of Famer, averaging 22.5 points per game, 5.8 rebounds, 3 assists, and he probably should have won MVP, but I think they gave it to Larry Bird. Let's keep going. Julius Dr. J. Irvin. I know nobody's never said his name like that, but pay attention, kids. Pay attention. I'm about to teach a lesson here to these freaking LeBron fanatics. We all know what Dr. J has done for the game, but I'll go through his list of his accomplishments. Not all, but some of them. Julius Irvin, NBA champion, 2-time ABA champion. Yes, I am counting ABA stats because that is a part of it. They took 4 teams from it. Why not? 2-time not NBA. ABA playoffs MVP, NBA MVP, 3-time ABA MVP, 11-time NBA All-Star, 5-time ABA All-Star, scoring champion 3 times in the ABA. The list goes on. 50th and 75th anniversary teams, 24 points per game, 8.5 rebounds and 4 assists. Dominique Wilkins, 9-time All-Star, 2-time NBA Slam Dunk champion, 4-time NBA second team NBA scoring champion, part of the 75th anniversary team, averaging 24 points a game, 6 rebounds and 2 assists for his whole career. Hall of Famer and also college Hall of Famer. Oh, Scottie Pippen. Now, Scottie Pippen did not score over 20,000 points, but we all know he's a 6-time NBA champion, 7-time All-Star, All-Star Game MVP, 3-time All-NBA first team, 2-time All-NBA second team, 8-time All-NBA defensive first team, steals leader, 50th and 75th anniversary team, averaging 16 points a game, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, and an Olympian as well. I know Scotty came in 1987, but I'm still counting him. Alex English, which everybody seems to forget, just like the next small forward I'm about to go through. 8-time All-Star, 3-time NBA second team, NBA scoring champ, averaging 21 points a game, 5 rebounds, 3.6 assists. He scored over 25,000 points, and he's a Hall of Famer. Probably should have been put on the anniversary team, 75th anniversary team over freaking a Disney. Adrian Dantley, 6-time All-Star, 2-time All-NBA second team, Rookie of the Year, 2-time NBA scoring champion, averaging 24.3 points per game, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, Hall of Famer. He probably should have won the ring. Could have won 2 rings of Isaiah Thomas didn't ship him off to Dallas. Clyde Drexler. I know he plays shooting guard, but I'm very petty. Clyde Drexler, 10-time All-Star, NBA champion, 75th and 50th anniversary teams, averaging 20.4 points per game, 6.1 rebounds, 5 assists, Hall of Famer, College Hall of Famer, and Olympian. Chris Smalling. People forget about Chris Smalling because of his skin color, probably. Chris Smalling was a 5-time All-Star, All-Star NBA first team, Hall of Famer, College Hall of Famer, averaging 18 points a game, 4 rebounds and 3 assists, multiple-time gold Olympian medalist. I mean, not gold, but gold medalist, not Olympian. Mark McGuire, the person who was shipped to Detroit for Adrian Dantley, 2-time NBA champion, 3-time All-Star, averaging 20 points a game, 5 assists, 3.1 assists, first pick in the 1981 NBA draft. I just recently talked about him. Marcus Johnson, 5-time All-Star, All-NBA first team, All-Rookie team. The first point forward that the league saw. He averaged 20 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 3.6 assists. So far, all those guys right there I just named are either in the Hall of Fame or should have been in the Hall of Fame or should have even been in the at least 50th anniversary team or 75th anniversary team. But I'm not done at all. I got many more to say because he said, this screwball said that, the 80s didn't have that deep of small forwards. So I must continue on. Jamal Wilkes, 4-time NBA champion, 3-time NBA All-Star, 2-time NBA All-Defensive Team, second team, Rookie of the Year, averaging 17 points a game, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. He is a Hall of Famer, and he did play with the Warriors and the Lakers as well. Then he got a ring his rookie year with the Warriors. Walter Davis, the recently departed Walter Davis, played for the Suns, Nuggets, and Blazers, 6-time NBA All-Star, Rookie of the Year, 2-time All-NBA second team, averaging 18 points a game, 3 rebounds. He should have been in the Hall of Fame by now. Rodney McCray played for the Rockets, Kings, Mavs, Bulls, and many others. NBA champion with Chicago. All defensive team, all defensive first team, all defensive second team. He was a defensive showstopper in his younger years. 11.7 points per game, 6 rebounds. Kiki Vandeweghe, which people seem to keep forgetting about him, played for the Nuggets, Blazers, Knicks, and Clippers towards the end of his career. 2-time All-Star, averaging 19.7 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2.1 assists. I think he scored over 20,000 points as well. Kelly Tripucka, Detroit, Utah, and Charlotte later on, 2-time NBA All-Star, averaging 17 points a game, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. George Gervin, most likely known for playing the small shooting guard position, but played times at the small forward position. We all know he played for the Spurs. That's the team he's most known for. He played for the Bulls later on. 9-time All-Star. All-Star Game MVP. I hope I mentioned Scottie Pippen was an All-Star Game MVP too. I feel like I forgot that. But anyways, Scottie Pippen is an All-Star Game MVP. But anyways, go back to George Gervin. 5-time NBA first team, 2-time All-NBA second team, 4-time scoring champion from 78 to 82, 50th and 75th anniversary teams, averaging 25 points a game. So you know he scored over 20,000 points, 5.3 rebounds, 2.6 assists, Hall of Famer. Xavier McDaniel, trying to pronounce him the best way, the absolute enforcer on the court during the 80s. Played for the Sonics, Suns, Knicks, Celtics, and Nets later on. He is an all-star, one-time rookie first team, averaging 15.6 points per game, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. Very physical. Like I said, he was an enforcer, and he can play some defense. Dale Ellis played for the Mavs, Bucks, Sonics, Spurs, all-star, most improved player, NBA third team, 3-point contest champion, 15.7 points a game, 3 rebounds, 1.4 assists, held the record for the most career 3-point field goals made until Reggie Miller squashed that. He had a career high in points one season, 27.5. Purvis Short played for the Warriors, Rockets, and Nets, amongst the notable teams he played with. 17.3 points per game, 4.3 rebounds, 2.5 assists. He was a six-man, averaged a career high in points at 84-85 season at 28 points a game. His career high in points in one game is 59 points a game. Eddie Johnson, Kings, Suns, Sonics, that's who he played for, six-man of the year. Scored over 19,000 points as well. So, the 80s had an abundance of small forwards that can play on both sides of the court. They had a lot. And some of these dudes could have been in the Hall of Fame. But back then, the Hall of Fame was a little bit more sacred than it is now. Now they consider Draymond Green being in the Hall of Fame, which I do not understand. I need to make that video, Ben Wallace versus Draymond Green. Not so much Dennis Rodman. We're going to put him against Ben Wallace. But anyways, all those guys, like I said, they play on two sides of the ball. They attempted to play two sides of the ball. Some of them did. But all these guys are, especially the top, the ones I started out with, are Hall of Famers. Legends. Their names will live on due to us on YouTube and others. Because you know how this new NBA just likes to act like these guys never existed. And what did LeBron have? An old-ass Paul Pierce. Because he didn't play prime Paul Pierce when LeBron got into his prime. KD is good. Kawhi is good. I guess we don't count Paul George. I guess we got to count freaking Gordon Hayward. Is it Gordon Hayward? Hayward, not Hayward. Hayward, who hasn't done anything. And that reminds me, I need to go back to that one-time All-Star thing. Chris Middleton? I got nothing against Chris Middleton. Big time part of the Bucks championship, but Brandon Ingram? We count Zion too? Who else we don't count? Andre Iguodala? Half of those dudes probably won't even touch the Hall of Fame. I think the only people that's going to touch the Hall of Fame in LeBron's time, during his time, we already know Paul Pierce will. Probably will be Kawhi and KD. Those are write-ins. Definitely write-ins. I guess people want to count Jason. Jason Tatum? If Jason Tatum played in the 80s with these small forwards, you know what would happen. The only one that's certified, two small forwards that's certified to go down in the Hall of Fame is probably Kawhi and KD. Definitely KD. I don't know about Paul George. Yeah, the 80s small forwards were deep. I don't want to hear nothing else from you guys anymore. Please, don't come to my channel talking that BS. Please stop coming to my channel talking all that BS. The 80s had small forwards up the wazoo. Yes, I said that. There was a lot. And they all can score. And they played one of the most toughest times in the NBA. with all these dang on rules and freedom of movement for the offense now like they got these days. I don't want to hear it. These dudes were getting over 15,000 points up to 30,000 points in a harder league than it is now. I don't want to hear it from you LeBron tards no more. I don't want to hear it from y'all no more. Please stop the revisionist history. It makes you guys look bad. Why have you guys got that by now? You guys look terrible arguing with us. You look bad out here, especially when you don't do the research. It took me only an hour to do all that research to gather some of those stats. And that's only scratching the surface. Because I ain't talking about some of these games that these great small forwards play that are notable. I'm not going to go there. It'll be an hour, 2-hour video. Please, do some research. LeBron's the small forwards that he played are not as deep as the small forwards that Larry Bird played against and had to deal with on a daily basis. God, I'm 33 years old. And they always come at me. They always come at people my age or younger for being brain dead when it comes to this league. I agree. Because some of these dudes do not do research at all. All they want to do is just argue. Argue about LeBron. Argue about LeBron. They keep this freaking GOAT conversation going. They just won't end it. LeBron is nowhere close to the likes of Michael Jordan, Wilt Chamberlain, Kareem, Tim Duncan, Kobe, the late Kobe Bryant. He's nowhere close. Please. Definitely not close to Larry Bird. I don't care how athletic LeBron is. It has not served him well. I have more respect for Larry Bird getting out there with that twisted back later in his career than what LeBron's doing. Larry Bird didn't try to twist the lead to get his way. I'm done. Please stop.